intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
I understand that. So how does somebody respond differently from a betrayal trauma versus a more standard trauma, like we're getting a divorce? That can be traumatic. That's a big deal. But it's not.
I think that what gets tricky is, like, again, this word trauma, and without belaboring it, is like, where do we use it? Somebody's saying, hey, we've been growing apart for years. Now you want to take this job in a different city. I think we need to talk about, unbraiding this. Is that traumatic? I mean, it's certainly stressful. It's certainly upsetting. I think, though, somebody waking up one day and recognizing that for years their trust has been violated in a fundamental way. What they thought life to be simply wasn't life. Things that they suspected, that almost elevates it a bit more to a trauma, because it's so much, and it can often affect a person's standing in the community and on and on. So I think that the nature of betrayal, that fundamental violation of trust. People growing apart isn't a violation of trust. It's just sort of like things changed.
Yeah. So what are the symptoms, or what types of behaviors would people experience after experiencing after experiencing betrayal trauma?
So in betrayal trauma, we see a lot of the patterns similar to what we sometimes see in narcissistic abuse: rumination, almost a fixation, and sometimes even an obsessiveness, the focus on the situation. What did I miss? What just happened? Going back, looking at old messages, emails, like trying to almost construct it. Where did I not see this, right? It's sort of a feeling almost like dissociated from your own instincts. Like, how did I see this? Didn't I see this? So like a person literally doubting themselves and blaming themselves sometimes in a really sort of a fundamental way. Tremendous anxiety. A person, like, you're on edge. You can't believe this has happened. It's tremendous grief. The life you thought.
I really love Dr. Ramani's work. You know, that clip was on betrayal trauma. I've been betrayed, and I have betrayed. And what she was describing is like a type of relational triage, what the person is experiencing. This is after the bullet has hit them. But I believe that the universe is divinely fine-tuned. And I think it is designed for some bullets to hit you and some bullets to pass you by. And I know a lot of people, may not agree with my take on it. Sometimes the bullet is a mirror, right? If we get into Dr. David R. Hawking's work, and we talk about, his map of consciousness, those lower levels of consciousness make us the perfect target for life's bullets. You say, what, Zoe? Yes, whatever the thinker thinks to prove or will prove, right? Right? If you have this low level of consciousness, you hear people, these prosperity people who talk about how to bring money into your life and how to bring prosperity into your life, and how money is attracted to a certain type of mindset. If you have a poverty mindset or a loser script or a victimhood script, it's almost like it has a magnetic polarization to that thought process, and you tend to bring something to you to be mirrored back to you, so you can see, hey, it's the thought process of shame. It's the thought process of guilt, apathy, grief, fear, right? These are the things that are keeping me in this lower level of consciousness, and I keep attracting what I am. This is why I've been saying it for years, in relationship, in relation to what the great Krishnamurti said when he said relationship is a mirror. Relationship functions as a mirror, so one can see themselves, so one can gain self-awareness, right? Self-knowledge. And he says there's no ending to self-knowledge, right? But sometimes you got to get struck with the bullet. And life keeps shooting, right? Life doesn't care if you're in the hospital, right? Life might shoot you while you're in your recovery bed. And then at the same time, life can show you grace. Life can show you favor. The concept of grace and unconditional forgiveness offers a spiritual dimension to the idea of dodging bullets. In many spiritual traditions, such as Christianity, the teachings of Jesus Christ emphasizes forgiveness. He who forgives little loves little, according to the book of Luke. Right? The teachings of Jesus Christ emphasizes forgiveness as a means of transcending harm. Could it be that in practicing grace and forgiveness, we are in essence dodging spiritual bullets, those that could have otherwise left lasting scars on our souls? In the teachings of the great Paramahansa Yogananda and other mystics, the idea of seeing the divine in others through the practice of namaste, recognizing the divine spark within each being, suggests that by embracing forgiveness, we align ourselves with a higher vibration or a higher level of consciousness, one that naturally repels negativity and harm. Thus, the act of dodging a bullet becomes less about escaping and more about rising above the frequency of harm through spiritual practice. Right? I just gave you the example of how Dr. David R. Hawking's consciousness map, his consciousness grid, right, illustrated that point very clearly. Yet, this exploration would be incomplete without addressing the tension between predestination and free will. If the bullets we dodge are predetermined, does that negate our agency in relationship? Right? The teachings of Muji and other non-dualistic thinkers offer a resolution by suggesting that while the script of our lives may be written, our experience of it is shaped by our level of awareness and consciousness. Back to the consciousness grid. If you don't have the book Power versus Force by now, I don't know what to tell you. The hidden determinants of human behavior breaks the whole consciousness grid down. All right? In other words, while the universe may be fine-tuned, our experience of dodging bullets or not depends on our alignment with our higher selves. My West African brothers would call that your ori. Your ori. Right? Which is the root word of the word Orisha. The Orisha, the forces of nature, Eshu, Oshun, Yemeya, Ogun, right? Obatala, right? Your Ori is exactly what Psalms 82 verse 6 is saying. And I've said, ye are gods, Yet you are men. You will die like one of the princes. Arise, O gods, and judge the earth. That Jesus backed up in John chapter 10. Right? Raise the consciousness. Start dodging bullets. In the movie The Matrix, it was said this way. Do you have that clip for me?
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
I was...
Look again. Freeze it.
This isn't the Matrix.
No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you are one of them.
What are they?
Sentient programs. They can move in and out of any software still hardwired to their system. That means that anyone we haven't unplugged is potentially an agent. Inside the Matrix, they are everyone, and they are no one.
We have survived by hiding from them, by running from them. But they are the gatekeepers. They are guarding all the doors, they are holding all the keys, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
Someone.
I won't lie to you, Neo. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought an agent has died. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
Why?
I've seen an agent punch through a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets?
No, Neo. I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to.
Somebody answer Neo's phone, man. Come on. It's hard for these lessons to seep in and resonate. It's difficult, right, for these lessons to seep in, right? Because we want what we want. We want to be happy. We want someone to make us happy. We want someone to say, you know what, you're worthy. But as long as you have a worthiness wound, you have a target on your spirit, you're asking for bullets to penetrate. Right? You're asking for bullets to penetrate. As long as you're unhealed, you're asking for bullets to penetrate. In the end, the intimate bullets we dodge or take on are reflections of our inner world. They mirror our unhealed wounds, our spiritual lessons, and our psychological patterns. Whether seen through the lens of metaphysics, psychology, or spirituality, dodging a bullet is less about escape and more about alignment with our true nature. It is a reminder that in the fine-tuned universe, even our seemingly random experiences are part of a grand divine design, one that ultimately guides us towards greater self-awareness, healing, and love. I know people don't believe in love anymore. We believe in quiet. We believe in getting things. We get quiet through the acquisition of what our wounds think it needs. That's where we live now. Right? That's where we live. And I'm simply trying to tell you, it's a bigger picture. It's a much bigger picture. Somebody will call in and say, hey, Zoe, there's a problem here. God said we had free will. And I say, can free will exist outside of God's dominion? God is in control of everything, right? You said God was omnipotent, omnipotent, all-powerful, omniscient, everywhere, all-knowing, omniscient, all-knowing. He said omnipresent, everywhere. God is all. If God is everything, he's your will too. He's not separate from your will, so you can't say my will and his will. So I don't call it free will. I call it liberty. What, Zoe? What's the difference? If you get the Black's Law Dictionary and you look up the legal term freedom, it says unconditional, like love, freedom to go and do what you want to do. But if you look up liberty in that law dictionary, it's a legal term. Liberty means freedom within the constraints of the law. Hey, back to fine-tuning. God fine-tuned the universe, divinely fine-tuned, or we couldn't live here. We couldn't exist. So guess what? If it's fine-tuned, your will operates in liberty within the laws of the universe, i.e. God. So you think that heartbreak was for nothing? You think that tremendous loss was for nothing? You think that tremendous disappointment was for nothing? Well, I'm here to tell you. Sometimes the bullet that hits you, right, is the mirror you refuse to look in. People don't want to see their shame. A narcissist doesn't want to see their shame. People don't want to see their guilt. That's why accountability is so difficult for men and women. I'm tired of these one-sided arguments out here that are painting a gender as broken, where another gender that was raised in the same damn society, following the same broken rules, right, is seen as somehow upwardly mobile. You know, low-quality men. They're low-quality women, too. We're all products of the same toxicity. And sometimes them damn bullets that these high-quality women are getting in the form of low-quality men are the bullets they refuse to look at. Hell, sometimes they're their own ammunition. You loaded that damn gun. It's a type of relational suicide. You keep loading your gun with shame, guilt, and apathy, and grief, and fear. And you think those bullets ain't gonna come back? Them chickens came home to roost, and you want to blame a gender instead of how you were raised, what you modeled, who you modeled, what toxicity you took into your spirit as a child and delivered into your adult relationships in the form of broken expectations. When I come forward, this cook-up is going to continue.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. Tabitha Smiley's new book, The Covenant with Black America, 20 years later, is now on sale everywhere. This classic text shot to #1 on the New York Times bestsellers list almost 2 decades ago. If you have the original book, you will surely want to get this 20th anniversary edition with powerful new contributions from today's leading voices. This 20th anniversary edition presents a compelling blend of historical insights and contemporary urgency in this critical and unprecedented election year. Get your copy of The Covenant with Black America 20 years later today.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, Visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
If you say you care about the community, you have to also care about the climate. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
Hey, checking in?
This is not just your flu shot appointment at Walgreens.
Yes.
This is getting your entire family vaccinated in one trip.
Hey, Mom?
And a snack on the way out. Get flu shots for everyone in your family, together. Schedule appointments online today. This is wellness made easy. Walgreens.
Vaccine subject to availability and for ages 3+. State and health-related restrictions may apply.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me.
Who wanna bet us that we don't touch letters, stack cheddars forever, live treacherous, all the etceteras, to the death of us, me and my confidants, you shine, you feel the ambiance, y'all niggas get this rhyme, by the ounce though accumulates like snow, we don't just shine, we illuminate the whole show, you feel me, factions from the other side would love to kill me, spill 3/4 of my blood into the street, let alone the heat. Although me hated looking up in his life in all possible ways. Know the feds is bugging my life. Hospital days reflecting when my man laid up on the uptown high block. He got his side sprayed up. I saw his life slipping. This is a minor setback. Yo, still in all we living. Just dream about to get back. That made him smile though his eyes said, "Pray for me. I do you one better and slay these faithfully." Murder is a tough thing to digest. It's a slow process.
Peace and love. This is a quick message for those of you who might be feeling hurt during this time, or some of you, you know, even if it's not something that's fresh, it might just be that you look over your life and you're like, God, why did this relationship not work? Or I was engaged to this person, why didn't it work out? Or, you know, you just had disappointment in either significant relationships or relationships that you tried to have over the time. This message is for you. You actually dodged a bullet. Some of you currently are going through some type of suffering or wondering why you was rejected by a person or why a person went ghost on you. It's because you dodged a bullet. It could have been somebody that you're dealing with, and you could have been telling this person, look, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I expect, and they're leading you on, and you finally was like, you know what, I'm done. You dodged a bullet. Congratulations. All right? The thing is, sometimes God will allow us to hurt. God would rather us hurt than to suffer for eternity. And you know, to me, what will be the highest form of suffering is to have my final day on earth and realize that the decisions or the people that I allowed in my life kept me away from doing actually what God sent me here to do. That would be my greatest disappointment of all. That would be my greatest disappointment. Way greater than any individual heartbreak or any of that. I would be so disappointed if people, placing things just continue to come into my life and I continue to accept people placing things in my life that curtail me from what God put me on earth to do. That would be the greatest abomination in my personal opinion. Okay, because not only do we have our purpose to help others and to help the world, but when we walk in our purpose, that's where we get the greatest fulfillment from. That's when you are literally walking in alignment with the Most High God.
All right, here we go. We got callers on the line. I want to know your thoughts tonight. We've been on absolute fire all night long. This is a powerful topic. Let's get some callers in here. Who's been on the longest? Attila from Houston, Texas. Get in here. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Uncle Zoda, what's up?
What up, what up, what up? What are your thoughts tonight?
Well, first I'll just say blessings to you and your family, number one. Number two, I don't necessarily agree with the previous, of course. Number two.
You don't agree with
or number one, whatever
call.
I was about to say. I don't agree with the previous video. Yeah. This will sound strange, maybe not. I feel like when it comes to our purposes in life, we will fulfill them regardless, just maybe not in the way that we
envision
surmise
or want them. Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because I think that we set ourselves up for course correction in a sense, because we want the best, but we actively choose less in our lives. So I think in a sense, that's kind of where that idea of the whole free will comes from. You know, you have a certain mission or a certain thing to fulfill, and there's probably many ways, many paths, eightfold paths to get there. And so, you know, I think when you start involving things like ego and fear and stuff like that, I think that shapes the way that we fulfill our mission. But either way, it's going to be fulfilled regardless. So that's that. And the last thing I would like to say, I noticed on like the map of consciousness that there's this through line between scale 175 and 200, where you move from like the emotion of scorn to the emotion of affirmation. And I wonder, is that like post bullet dodge? Could you perceive that as
that's that middle intermediary area? Like that's the middle space. Like you can go up or down from that level of consciousness, right? You're getting out of all of the negative lower level consciousness, and now you're in this kind of clearing. But right behind you are the woods you just got out of. And you can make a conscious choice to turn back or keep going forward. As you go higher up the scale of consciousness, you start to dodge
start to dodge bullets, right?
Well, like
right.
Morpheus
right,
told
right.
Neo, you won't have to. At that point of consciousness, you won't have to dodge bullets, right? So that was a great point.
Exactly. I think that's kind of, I feel like that's what we're moving forward from affirmation and on, is moving towards the space where there's no spoon. And that's it. That's all I have to say.
We love you for calling in. Attila from Houston, Texas, brought her city in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We on fire.
That'll offend you in due time when crime flees my mind. All sneak thieves and player haters can shine. But until then, I keep the trillion cut diamond shining brilliant. I tell you half the story, the rest you fill it in. Long as the villain win, I spend Japan yen to 10 major events. Catch me in the
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The Supreme Court is declining to reinstate the Biden administration's latest attempt to cancel student debt for millions of Americans. The High Court said no to a request from the Justice Department to lift an order from an appeals court that blocked the SAVE plan. The court added it expects the Court of Appeals to render its decision in a timely manner. The Department of Education paused any loan payments for borrowers enrolled in the program earlier this month. Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul is reaching a settlement with Elgin Construction Company. Raoul, who is black, says the settlement resolves allegations that TBJ Drywall and Taping misclassified employees and failed to pay $718,000 in overtime wages to hundreds of current and former employees. An investigation revealed that between 2018 and 2023, TBJ misclassified over 480 employees as independent contractors and paid them a fixed day rate regardless of the number of hours they worked. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
The best nugs are now even better. Wendy's new saucy nugs take the nugs you love and sauce them up in bold flavors, including buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, and spicy ghost pepper. Try them all today. For a whole new way to nug, it's gotta be Wendy's, a participating U.S. Wendy's.
Tavis is under attack. I can't get his radio station on my transistor. I'm getting the Asian station that he's right around, but they're not letting KBLA 1580 come in. I'm not getting the black man. So let Tavis know he's under attack. Cyber attack, racist attack, fascist attack, but he's under attack. And they doing something to disrupt his radio station so they won't get the truth out to us.
Hey, it's Tavis. We appreciate all that love, let me tell you, because we may very well be under attack on all sides. Just because you don't believe in conspiracy theories don't mean they ain't after you. But in reality, sometimes stuff happens with the signal from the studio to the tower, which sends our programming to your car, home, office, or your transistor radio. But when you download the KBLA 1580 app, the sound is clear as a bell all day, all night, anywhere in the world, from Los Angeles to Lagos. So we love all of our listeners, no matter how you hear us. But when you download the KBLA 1580 app and hear that richness, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. But don't take my word for it. Download the KBLA 1580 app right now. I'm Tavis Smiley, and I approve this message.
Tips to help improve basic steps for building a budget in 2024. Building a budget can help you achieve and reach your financial goals. With a budget, you can keep track of your spending, avoid and get out of debt, limit overspending, pay bills on time, and build solid savings habits. What's the best way to get started? Figure out how much to set aside for expenses, like rent, mortgage, bills, groceries, and entertainment. Understanding your past financial habits can help you make the proper adjustments for your budget. Adjusting to a budget can take time as you work to find the right balance, but keep working on it. For more financial health tips, visit chase.com or stop by a local branch. This segment is sponsored by J.P. Morgan Chase & Company.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Febreze. So my home is also my office, and before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up, then spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day. Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Watch out! You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
In the pretend universe, kids play with pretend guns. In the real world, it's up to us to make sure they don't get their hands on a real gun. If you have a gun in the house, keep it locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Life, I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know. Imagine smoking weed in the street without cops harassing. Imagine going to court with no trial. Lifestyle cruising blue Bahama waters. No welfare supporters. More conscious of the way we raise our daughters. Days are shorter, nights are colder. Feeling like life is over. These snakes strike like a cobra. The world's hot, my son got knocked. Evidently, it's elementary. They want us all gone eventually. Trooping out of state for a plate. Knowledge, if coke was cooked without the garbage, we'd all have the top dollars. Imagine everybody flashing. Fashion, designer clothes. Lacing your click up with diamond rolls. Your people holding dough, no parole, no rubbers. Going raw, imagine law with no undercovers. Just some thoughts for the mind. I take a glimpse into time, watch the blimp read, the world is mine.
Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Lord, give me wisdom, knowledge, understand, speak through the Lord's name. I pray. One talking to y'all. Had started this video without getting my head right first, but I wanted to talk to you on this here. How to get over a relationship, and this honestly should be the number one most asked question, because this is the thing that I have to touch on the most in coaching sessions, is getting over a relationship, because it is extremely hard, and reason being is soul ties are very strong. When you have an emotional connection, an emotional bond to someone, even if it is a toxic emotional connection, it is very hard to let go, and trying to rationalize and reason and find the strength to move on is not easy at all. And that's why a lot of relationships, double back and in and out, because just resetting the brain and moving on is one of the hardest things that you're going to have to do, but it is very necessary. So first, what you have to understand, when it comes time to get over a relationship, this means that you have exhausted all options to make the relationship work. You're not getting over a relationship if you plan to go back, if you're on a break, if you plan to do some counseling. You're not getting over the relationship. You don't want to get over it if you're going back, because if you're going back, you want to go back wanting to make it work, not going back with a don't care attitude.
Tony Gaskins, man, a lot of people love that brother's work, and I'm with it. I'm with it all, man. Tonight's show has just been mind-blowing. We got callers on the line. I want to get them on. We're going to get them on in rapid succession, so please be patient with me. I'm going to get everybody on. Who's been on the longest? Of course, Heru Ali, Battle Creek, Michigan. Heru, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Peace and love to the family and nations. Honors everybody. Let's get to it. There's a big difference between being utilized and being used. Have I dodged a bullet in a relationship? Absolutely. That's a story for another day.
Right. I hear you.
Absolutely. But listen, just because you had to dodge a bullet and it didn't work out, just know that you attract who you are. Relationship is the university of you, Zoe Williams. Disregard how it feels when you're in that entanglement and focus on sticking and landing when exiting a toxic relationship. Peace and love to the family nation. Stay safe and dangerous.
Love my brother Haru
Peace.
Ali, Battle Creek, Michigan in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building to join this powerful conversation, please call me 1-800-920-1580. Juliet from Watts, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I just want to say, first of all, give an honor to our ancestors and righteous elders, and my heart goes out to you and your families. And with that being said, the God of our understanding may He wrap His arms around y'all and comfort y'all.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for always being here for us. And right now, I just want to send out a clarion call, for all our righteous prayer warriors, because it's a spiritual thing. It's not religious. And when it comes to dodging the bullet, I'm going to keep it real simple and going off of here. I was so hurt when I had a miscarriage, though. And it took me a long time and getting through 12 steps a couple of times of recovery. I'm breaking my anonymity before I was able to say that and not feel shame. Because, like you said, you dodged the bullet. Because that brother, look, I wanted to kill him and he been out here to die because I don't want to go to jail. But, sometimes things happen. And my mother used to tell us, you don't have to be trying to figure out everything. You're not going to live long enough to get a complete education anyway, but there's people that God going to place around you, the God of your understanding. Some people might call him something else.
Right.
And I love the way you're so well read, and there's so much other things to seek and research and find out other than just one source of religion. It's a spiritual thing, and with spirit and truth, I'm sending out love and light to all our folks because our children need nurturing and natural nurturing from educators and people like us. We need music. I love your playlist.
Thank you. Thank you, Juliet. Juliet, guess what you just
Go,
did?
Andy, I love you too. Listen, I got one more thing to say.
Go ahead.
The 3 songs I want you guys to listen to is the original 1966 Stevie Wonder with the Child's Heart. Donny Hathaway, he sung it better than Nina Simone and Aretha. To Be Young, Gifted, and Black. And Jaheim Fabulous.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
I love y'all.
Thank you, love. We appreciate you. You brought Watts in the building. What's up? Hey, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call us. 1-800-920-1580. Do I got time? Oh, I got time. Nikki from the SIP. Oh, Lord, here we go.
Brother Zoe and fam.
All right, what are your thoughts?
Okay.
Come on.
It's a big hug from the Nikki Nation.
Thank you, Nikki Nation.
Now, about these bullets. I don't think we dodge bullets. I think we're hit by the bullets that we need to be hit by so that we will continue our walk towards source. And when we get high enough in that walking experience with source, or God for me, you can do like Neo and put your hand out and stop these ridiculous bullets. And then they just fall to the ground.
Right.
I think we overlook something with Job because we focus on what Job lost. But a perspective to consider. I think Job understood it was good to be afflicted before the affliction started. And I'm saying that because when you get in the space of it's good for me to be afflicted, that means you have decided that whatever bullet hits me, I'm winning anyway. Whatever it costs me, I'm winning anyway. I'm going to be with Source. Source is going to be with me. He didn't leave me. He hears everything I'm telling him. He already knows I don't like this. He understood something about that happening to him. before it happened to him. We talk all the time about him being restored, and he was given twice as much, in spite of that crazy wife that was telling him to curse God. But I would like us to think about understanding how good it is sometimes to be afflicted with this one. So 5 months later, 5 years later, when you look back and see that one, you can tell God, thank you for holding me over here with this crazy one, because I didn't end up with that crazy.
Stay with me, Nikki. Nikki, stay with me. Don't leave. Don't leave. When we come forward, this sermon has to continue. Nikki is cooking with the best of them.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
To help combat climate change, LADWP is helping neighborhoods have better access to electric vehicles by awarding nearly $130 million in EV rebates to customers just like you. From big savings on used EVs to building new charging plazas, LADWP is charging ahead to help all Angelinos experience the benefits of EVs. Get rebates of up to $4,000 for a used EV and $1,750 for a charger. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV. That's ladwp.com/EV.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada. Member FDIC.
Hey, LA residents, it's planting season and the perfect time to get shade trees growing around your home. LADWP and City Plants are giving every resident up to 7 free trees. That's right, 7 free trees delivered right to your door. Trees are great for the environment, help improve air quality, and can help you save on your bill when you use less air conditioning to stay cool indoors. Learn more at ladwp.com/free trees. That's ladwp.com/free trees.
Linking social justice and climate justice all year long. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stay Housed LA has the resources you need to know your rights and the legal support to back them up. The COVID-19 pandemic has cost people their jobs and livelihoods. This has left an estimated 1/3 of households not being able to make rent and facing losing their homes. This is a fear no one in our community should have to face. You have rights, though, and Stay Housed LA is here to help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between the County of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles, and local community and legal service providers. Together, they provide tenants with the information and support needed to exercise their rights so they can remain safely in their homes. Find out more about your rights by participating in a virtual tenant workshop. Get the legal assistance you need. Find additional resources in Los Angeles County and the City of Los Angeles. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA County for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. That's stayhousedla.org. Or call their hotline at 213-694-0040. We've got your black with a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Take the bass line out. Jiggle. Bounce. Let it bump though. From standing on the corners bopping to driving some of the hottest cars New Yorkers ever seen, for dropping some of the hottest verses.
Ladies and gentlemen, your brother Zoe Williams, and of course his playlist. You know my playlist is my co-host, and we've been going back and forth with Jay and Nas. I'm a Nas guy. I like Jay. I think Jay's dope, but I'm a Nas guy. But my playlist is my co-host. I hope you guys have enjoyed the music tonight. I want to wrap up my callers. Nikki from The Sip was on complete fire, and I definitely want to get her closing remarks. Nikki?
Just remember or consider, if we're getting hit with bullets, they're designer bullets from God or the universe.
Designer bullets. Whoa.
Yeah, because they're designed to teach us what we need to know. When Angie's knee, my best friend, same problem, meniscus. 5 months ago, I told her nothing fixes a meniscus but surgery. Oh, no, we're going to take medicine. We're going to get a shot. Like, okay, when you get tired and it hurt enough, you'll get it fixed.
Come on.
Come on. You just had surgery. See, we don't learn. Reggie was hitting on something. Mm-hmm. We do not learn. That's why we keep getting these designer bullets, because we don't learn. Ooh. So the universe fashions the bullet in a sound, a tone that we will learn the lesson.
Ooh. Okay.
It penetrates Kevlar, all of that.
All of it.
Yeah, because it's causing us to do what is supposed to happen. Now you got to stop. You got to hear universal God. You got to listen to him real good. And then when you come out of that space, see, now you're doing like Neo. You can stop the bullets that you no longer need.
I love
See, that's a designer bullet situation. I love everybody. Big ups to you.
We love
and your
you,
fam.
Nikki. Thank you, Nikki. Nothing but love. She brought Mississippi in the building. Let me jump to Dallas, Texas. Truemonger, get in here. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, brother?
Man, oh boy.
That's how I know it was good. Man.
Yeah, it's a good one to make people think. I like the bullets being a good metaphor for lessons. They're going to hit you one way, whether you like it or not. Mm-hmm. I mean, people will try to go as long as they possibly can to avoid them. Mm-hmm. They're going to hit you at some point. Mm-hmm. So no matter what kind of armor you got on, they might not be aiming for your chest. They're aiming for their spirit. It's going to go through that. It's going to go through their armor.
Ooh, they aiming for your spirit now. Come on.
And if you keep experiencing the same thing, you're gonna keep getting hit. You might get hit from the front, you might get hit from the back, you might get hit from the side. Mm-hmm. But it's gonna hit you until you take the foot off the gas and pump your brakes and realize what lesson you need to learn. Mm-hmm. And there might be multiple layers to it, so you might get hit with more than one shot.
Right.
And once you deal with one, you got to deal with the other one until they're all complete. Right. But it's up to you to do that. Now, whether you do it or not is on you.
Man.
Some people will go their whole life and wait till it's almost over to realize, oh, I should have did this and I should have did that. Mm-hmm. You had your chances. Mm-hmm. You wasted them. Or you didn't take advantage of them, rather.
No, I hear it.
Yeah, man. So once you realize it doesn't do any, if you're getting hit, it's best to deal with them till you get to that point where they just bounce off of you like you from Krypton.
Right.
They won't hurt you no more.
Right.
But you gotta get to that point.
Mm-hmm. Man, let me just say this, man. I truly appreciate you for being here this whole time, man. Ever since I've been on KBLA, man, you've been here damn near every day. And I just want to acknowledge your support. You call in, you're in the chat, you're supporting in multiple ways, liking, sharing, super chatting, you doing the whole 9 yards, man. And I just want to say thank you, man. And I appreciate you for riding with me, man. Truemonger, you brought who in the building?
Well, that's in the building. Thank you, too.
Thank you, brothers. Hey, let me just wrap it. Destiny and free will. Your free will says, I can dodge this bullet. Your destiny says, nah, this bullet has your name on it. That's a tough choice. I think they're both under the purview of the source of all that is. If the universe is indeed fine-tuned, as most physicists and metaphysicians suggest, where does this leave the balance between destiny and free will? Dodging an intimate bullet, a relationship bullet, could be viewed as a predetermined event, a moment where fate intervenes. Yet, within this framework, free will remains as an essential factor. If our choices and awareness that aligns us with or diverts us from certain outcomes. This dynamic interplay hints at the universe, or at a universe that is both deterministic as well as open, where our consciousness and our conscious actions can influence the course of our lives, including the relationships we avoid and the ones that we interact. The role of our ancestors, that's heavy. In African spirituality, the belief is ancestral guidance, sometimes talked about by Queen Afua, plays a significant role in decision-making processes. Could our ancestors, who are believed to watch over us, be the unseen forces that helps us dodge bullets in relationships? This metaphysical mechanism suggests that our ancestors' wisdom and protection extends beyond death, subtly guiding us away from harmful connections, perhaps even orchestrating circumstances that makes it easier for us to avoid certain relationships. The reality of it is, it's both, and it's neither. At the end of the day, you're going to get signs that are designed to up-level you. And whether that bullet hits you or misses you, you should take note. You should understand that there's a lesson in every interaction that you have. That is the purpose for interaction. That is the purpose for experience, is to extrapolate a lesson that is designed to spiritually mature you. And if you don't like the word spiritually, to raise your consciousness to a level, that is less selfish. Listen, I started the conversation. It's really up to you to finish it. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Tomorrow is my tomorrow's my Friday. So tap in for the week ending show. I appreciate y'all. We've been on fire.
It's halftime.